up at Table Talks, we are going to be a bit of a democracy here, and because it's our election theme, everyone is going to get the same question. And there is a reason behind that question. You're going to find out what it is. So, I'm going to start with Narelle because I love picking on people I haven't seen for a while. So, Narelle, if voted onto the executive of Mount Druitt Koori, which role do you think would suit you best and why? Narelle.
Very, very compelling question, and thank you very much for give me the quick answer. It's quite an interesting question that you ask. Like, I realize I am coming in as incoming secretary, which is all about obviously doing things the secretary does, supporting the VP of education and membership, and handling all the administration activities. I actually do like the role because it gives a very good oversight of the club. It gives a good oversight of minutes, and also just being in that very much support role of the club as well. I also like the role too because it allows you to really engage with the members. It helps you get an understanding of the functions of the club, and it gives you that more broader role. So while I've done many roles in my time, such as president, VP of membership, VP of education, I have to say I'm really relishing the opportunity of secretary to really take on that more holistic, caring role and having to step up in that very much the supportive environment. So in terms of my favorite role for next year, I have to say it will be the club secretary role. Thank you very much, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much for that, Narelle. And I like the answer, and it flows really well with what we're looking forward to seeing what you can do for us. That'd be good. Okay, I'm going to go into the room now, and I'm going to say Linda.
I'm the timer, Ben, so it's going to be a bit hard.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, Mark. I'll ask you that one then. Same question I asked Narelle. So if you're elected as part of the executive, what role would suit you best and why?
Okay, what role will suit me on the Toastmasters
Executive and why?
Okay.
On our executive committee and why?
Trying to think of the roles.
President, secretary, treasurer, you've been inside.
Thanks, Ben. Good question. I've been the Sergeant at Arms once or twice before, and I have also, I think I was on the General Committee. I didn't have a major role. Sergeant at Arms is a very important role. I've done that before, and it's a bit hard at the moment, but I know that I have to get here early and set up. It's all to do with the equipment, so I don't mind doing it. It's just at certain times of the year where it's difficult, but I probably would have to pick that role. Yeah, very tricky question too. Thank you.
Interesting view, Mark. Thank you very much. And yes, the Sergeant of Arms is a very important role, which I do realise that I actually did look into something else with that. The one thing the Sergeant of Arms does is our virtual setup. So that's something that I've been trying to help people learn because it is a part of that role. And it is now a lot more close. So, then the Sergeant of Arms, I like to be on that role, and I have done one myself, but not for Koori. So, I'm going to ask Bill the same question. You're on mute, Bill.
All right, thank you for that question, Tabletop Topics Master. Can you hear me okay?
Yep. You need me to repeat the question for you?
No, it's okay. I understand it, except that I'd be very privileged to play a role in the executive committee of some sort, but I don't think I'm suitable at the moment because I'm still learning the process. I'm learning about actually all the basics of being a Toastmaster. So my role, I think, would be best being a promoter and a supporter of the club for the first several months, maybe the first year or so, promoting the club, trying to encourage membership and supporting people that join. So I don't see myself in any particular role at this point, but I would love to be able to support the people that do get into those different positions and support them in any way I could. So, yeah. So thank you for that question. Appreciate it.
Good answer, Bill. And from my point, you're never too early to start taking a role if you really want to do it. It helps you learn quicker as you get into it quicker as well. So that's it. And when I started my first role was Sergeant at Arms, and I'd only been there for about 6 months.
Wow.
Less than that, actually. So that shows you how much I picked up. And then I took my PPR, so that was more fun. So, yeah. Okay. Let's go into the room and go Di. I know she's our current director. She's also our current VPE. But Di, if you were to, what role would you like to do on the executive? And what would suit you the best?
You know what? Thank you for asking that question, Mr. Table Topics Master. There are my favourite roles. In actual fact, today, I have done every role over my 13-year history with Toastmasters. But the role that I enjoy the most is the VPE. Because the VPE, you get to understand and get connected to all the challenges of all our members. I understand the Pathways program quite well and definitely can engage with it. But I have done it 3 years running, and I really need a change. Because as a leader, we have to allow other people the same opportunity to learn that role. And if I keep on holding on to it, no one else is going to learn it. And then everyone will be relying on Diane to do it all the time. So I made a decision that I don't want to be the VPE this year or the new year coming in order to build the leadership of other members. And so that's one of the great things that I enjoy. And definitely part of the role as the VPM that I also enjoy. You get an opportunity to mentor and support other members. But again, I've done that role. I want to try something different. I've only ever been the treasurer once before. And I have to say that Bob had the treasurer role down pat. And I was just a name next to the role. I really didn't do anything. So this year, I'm really looking at exploring the role, owning the role, and then learning those wonderful leadership skills before I can pass them on to someone else. So definitely, I'm putting my hand up to be the treasurer and learning how to own the role and work with it. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Mark, can we point that camera back at the lectern, please? Because right now I can see the top of Linda's head. Only.
Sorry, Mark, we didn't hear that. Sorry, Ben, we didn't hear that.
The camera needs to go back towards the lectern because I can see the top of your head, Linda.
Oh,
Mark had moved it. So
Mark's moved it while Di was speaking, so I really couldn't evaluate because
There we go. Sorry about that.
he moved
that's
it.
better. Okay. Oh,
There's a
I've only got 2 more to go.
Can you hear okay?
What was that, Mark? Okay,
Right, okay, proceed.
that's fine. All right, so let's. All right, hang up.
You're freezing all the time, Ben.
Yes, Ben.
Your question turn. Same one everyone else got. If you're elected on the executive, what role would you like to do and why?
Well, that's a good question since I ran 2 roles and failed them. But my guess would be if I would perceptionally allowed to be back on there, I would go back as a cultural mentor. I think that I would rather be working with the cultural interagencies and trying to get them on board with us. There's a lot within the area and south of Mount Druitt, and I think we can get more of them on board with us. So I'd rather be trying that approach. And that's the cultural approach through the interagency. So that's something I want to try and work on, build more development strategies in that sense. So that would be my go, if allowed.
Thank you, Kanga. I think you would be uniquely suited to that role in one way, Kanga, but I think you'd do well at it. Okay, so I believe we've got one more person to ask. And I know she's the timer, and I know it might be hard, but can someone take the timing off of Linda for a little minute, let her have a go? This will be more fun for everyone to hear. You okay with that, Linda?
Mark, can you unmute?
You're on mute, Mark.
Mark, you're on mute.
Unmute.
Unmute.
We've just had audio problems, but we're okay now. Sorry about that.
Yeah, or can you just switch your camera to the lectern and then we can hear the speaker?
Okay, don't look at me.
Are you good with that, Linda? To give us a bit of a what you'd like to do? And take it off blurred.
And can you take it off the blurred?
Okay, can you hear it?
Yeah, your screen's blurred, Mark. So you're gonna have to unblur it for us.
To take the virtual background off.
It's been about 3, 4, 5 weeks. I haven't used Zoom.
Is mine up and running now?
Yours is up there, but you don't have your camera on.
All right, who do you want to go next, Ben?
That would be you, Linda.
Yep.
Oh, that'll work. We can see you right there. Look at that. Even better.
Thanks, Di, for
Thank you,
moving
Di.
to the lectern.
So, Linda, if you're on the executive, what role would you like to take and why?
The role that, not the role that I am doing at the moment, but the role that I have done previously was cultural mentor. I have been a treasurer. I have been a president previously. And when I first started, I was actually a secretary as well. And because I don't like writing, I really didn't like that secretarial role. But the role that I really, really did like was being the treasurer. But as Di said, Bob took over and didn't want to let it go. And when he was a president, it was the same thing. He didn't want to let go with the presidency as well. So the roles that I have done, I have enjoyed except for the secretary. So thank you.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
I think if you've listened to what everyone said tonight, hit because it's what you get elected for next year. So that was the reason for my table talk tonight, to get inside of what you could potentially get people to do for us. So I will now hand over to our evaluator, Tucky.